What is the 5-min routine to stop aging down there? There's an alarming statistic. Approximately 71% of men over 50 are facing erectile dysfunction or down there health issues. But more painful than these numbers is the silent burden you're carrying. The feeling of disappointment, extreme anxiety about performance during intimacy, and the fear that you're helplessly watching your masculine vitality decline with age. Many have given up, believing this decline is the death sentence of aging and the price to pay for past neglect. But the truth is, your performance isn't entirely determined by age. The difference between a man who remains confident and fulfilled for decades to come and one living in regret lies in just one proper maintenance habit that currently less than 20% of men practice. You can completely turn this situation around starting today. In this video, I'll deliver to you a medically standard 7-step protocol that takes only 5 minutes daily to not just maintain, but restore cellular tissue health. And make sure you watch until the end, because step #6, the deep massage technique before bed, is a crucial secret capable of reversing early dysfunction signs that you cannot miss. Understanding what's happening inside your body. After 50. Before we dive into the 7 practical steps, I want to invite you to look deep inside your body to truly understand what's happening after age 50. Many think deterioration is simply due to aging, but in reality, it's a specific biological structural change. Your little guy is constructed from specialized tissue called the corpus cavernosum, filled with smooth muscle cells and tiny blood vessels. When you're young, this tissue is like a new rubber band, highly elastic and expands easily when blood pumps in. However, over time, these flexible, smooth muscle cells gradually die and are replaced by collagen, a stiffer, less elastic tissue. Medicine calls this the process of fibrosis. This is when things become serious. Why does this fibrosis process happen so quickly? The answer lies in a concept I call cellular oxygen starvation. Picture this. Erectile tissues need massive amounts of oxygen to survive. Our bodies have an amazing natural mechanism, the phenomenon of morning wood at night and in the morning. This isn't random, but rather relief waves bringing oxygen-rich blood to nourish these tissues. But as we age, blood vessels deteriorate. This phenomenon becomes less frequent or disappears entirely. When this happens, tissues fall into an oxygen-deprived state. When starved of oxygen too long, healthy cells will atrophy and scar. The consequence? Physical size shrinks, losing about 1% in length per decade. Hardness diminishes, and you gradually lose control over your performance. That's the steep price of letting tissues be starved. It sounds scary, but the good news is this process isn't the end. You can absolutely intervene. We can't stop aging, but we can stop oxygen starvation. The solution lies in proactively reactivating circulation, manually delivering oxygen to nourish cells through daily habits. We'll trick the body, forcing it to restore elasticity and prevent the fibrosis process. And this is when our 7-step protocol comes into play, starting with the morning routine. Morning stack protocol. Let's start today's story with the first moment you open your eyes. Previously, morning was when your body sent out its strongest biological signal. That's when testosterone levels peak, and the body responds with the natural morning erection phenomenon, a wonderful sign showing that your circulatory and nervous systems are running smoothly. But now, instead, there's silence. You wake up, and that companion remains asleep. Many of us choose to shrug it off. We reassure ourselves, I'm just getting old. Must be tired from yesterday. Or, it's just a small thing. But hold on a moment. The scientific truth might shock you. That silence isn't natural aging. It's a red alert warning bell from your body. The phenomenon of natural nocturnal and morning erections doesn't just serve physiological needs. It's creation's automatic maintenance mechanism. When this process doesn't occur, the specialized tissue cells in the lower region are being starved. They're severely oxygen deprived. Imagine these tissues like a sponge. When blood pumps in, they're filled with vitality. When blood-carrying oxygen doesn't nourish them for extended periods, the healthy, elastic cells will gradually die and be replaced by scar tissue, hard fibrous tissue, fibrosis. Once fibrous tissue forms, elasticity is permanently lost, and performance decline at this point becomes extremely difficult to salvage. Therefore, we need to intervene immediately. Not with medication, but with physical mechanisms to pump oxygen back where it needs to go. To thoroughly solve this problem from the root, meaning improving blood circulation and cellular tissue health, I've designed and compiled a protocol called the Morning Stack. This isn't a strenuous exercise that exhausts you. It's a combination of 3 morning habits, taking you less than 10 minutes. Consider this the brush and rinse routine for men's health. You don't skip brushing teeth because you fear cavities, so why neglect maintaining this important part? Our goal is very clear: proactively reactivate oxygen flow and awaken the nervous system. Step 1. The wake up stretch. Time 2 minutes. Right when you wake up and haven't left bed yet, we'll perform an exercise simulating the pressure of natural erection. The goal here is mechanical. We want to create space so oxygen-rich blood can flood into the tissue chambers, corpora cavernosa. Here's how. Gently grasp and stretch your little guy away from the body, outward direction. Hold this stretch position for 30 seconds to stimulate ligaments and tissue. Then, release completely for 15 seconds to allow blood circulation. Repeat this process 4 times. Supreme safety rule. Green light, red light. On YouTube, I always remind you about safety. This is nurturing, not punishing. Apply traffic rules. Green light. If you feel a gentle pulling force, comfortable stretching, pleasant sensation at the base, continue. Red light. If you feel pain, sharp sensation, numbness, or any discomfort, stop immediately. Pain is your body's signal that you're causing micro damage, which goes against our purpose. Perform with patience and gentleness. Step 2. Contrast hydrotherapy. Time 5 minutes. After leaving bed, turn your shower time into training time. I call this the vascular gym. Why call it that? Our blood vessels have smooth muscles surrounding them. Like arm and leg muscles, if not exercised, they become lazy and lose elasticity. The thermal principle here is simple but effective. Warm water helps dilate blood vessels, vasodilation, bringing fresh blood for nourishment. Cool water constricts blood vessels, vasoconstriction, pushing old blood out. Implementation protocol. Shower with warm water as usual for about 4 minutes. Let the warm water relax the entire pelvic region and surrounding muscles. Then, this is the key to success. Switch the shower head to cool water mode. Note: cool, not ice cold. And spray directly on the lower region for the final 30 to 60 seconds. This sudden temperature change forces the vessel walls to contract strongly like lifting weights. This enhances wall durability and improves long-term blood pumping capacity. Step 3. The Vitamin E Shield. 6:30, 7:30. Suggested visuals. Vitamin E capsule. Simulation of cell membrane protected from oxidizing particles. Finally, after drying off, spend 30 seconds on protection. Use a small amount of pure vitamin E oil or specialized moisturizer containing vitamin E to apply a thin layer on the shaft. Why do I choose vitamin E over anything else? In medicine, vitamin E is dubbed the cell bodyguard. Our bodies are constantly attacked by oxidation processes. Imagine it like an iron bar rusting over time. Vitamin E is an extremely powerful antioxidant, acting as a shield protecting cell membranes from this rusting. Topical application allows direct penetration, keeping skin and underlying tissue layers soft, well-elastic, preventing fibrosis and callousing from friction or aging. With just 3 simple steps: mechanical stretching, vascular gym with temperature, and cell protection with vitamin E. You've completed the intensive morning maintenance protocol. Don't wait until the machine breaks down to try fixing it. Start maintenance today. If you find this knowledge useful, hit like and subscribe to the channel for updates on more evidence-based medical knowledge. See you in the next video. Daytime protocol. We've started the day well, but don't let that effort cool down when you step outside. There are 2 major issues men over 50 commonly face during the day. First is weakening of the foundation. You might pump blood very well, but if the muscle group holding blood is too weak, you won't be able to maintain hardness or lose control. Second is lack of signals. As we age, the body no longer produces enough nitric oxide, the chemical acting as the gatekeeper opening doors for blood circulation. Imagine your body like a car. If the chassis, pelvic floor, is loose, the car will shake violently when running fast. Similarly, without enough nitric oxide fuel, No matter how much you want to start up, the engine won't ignite. The consequence is those brain says yes, body says no embarrassing situations, and the feeling of helplessness when your body refuses to cooperate. To solve this, we'll integrate two simple steps into your daily routine. Step 4. The invisible exercise, Kegel, 30 times per day. I call this the invisible exercise because you can do it anywhere and nobody knows. The goal is to strengthen the pelvic floor, the muscle group you use to hold urine. How to perform? Do 3 sets, 10 contractions each. Squeeze tight for 5 seconds, release for 5 seconds. Absolute convenience. You don't need to go to the gym. Do it while driving to work, when stopped at a red light, or while sitting watching TV. Turn dead time while driving into golden time for endurance training. With just persistence, this muscle group will become firm, helping you control the game better. Step 5. Nutrition and supplements. The dinner protocol. At dinner, provide ingredients for the body to produce nitric oxide. Powerful allies include L-arginine, 3 to 5 grams, L-citrulline, 3 to 6 grams, vitamin D3, and zinc. Take with meals for best absorption. Critical safety warning. Safety checkpoint. However, I need you to stop and listen very carefully to this. This is the safety checkpoint for your health. L-arginine and citrulline work by dilating blood vessels to increase circulation. If you're using blood pressure medications or cardiovascular drugs containing nitrates, this combination can be extremely dangerous. It can cause sudden and severe blood pressure drops. Please, don't self-medicate. Take this list to ask your doctor. I'm taking this cardiovascular medication. Can I also take arginine? Your heart's safety must always come first before thinking about any performance. Nighttime protocol. The decisive battle. We've gone through a long day with much pressure. And here's the truth. Few men notice. When you get into bed to sleep, the battle to protect masculine vitality truly enters its most decisive phase. During the day, you endure work stress. Prolonged sitting compresses pelvic blood vessels, and life's worries cause cortisol hormone to spike. If you bring that tense body state and anxious mind into sleep, your body cannot perform its most important function. Nighttime self-repair mechanism. Picture this. Your tissue cells after a long day are in a fatigued and contracted state. Without intervention, the fibrosis process, formation of hard scar tissue, will silently occur while you sleep. This scar tissue is like rigid brick walls, gradually replacing elastic, smooth muscle fibers. The more scar tissue, the more erectile capacity diminishes. Moreover, many brothers go to sleep haunted by previous failures. This worry creates a terrible psychological loop. You fear you'll be weak, is greater than brain releases stress hormones, is greater than blood vessels constrict, is greater than you actually become weak. This is a trap that medication alone cannot solve. We need a solution acting on both physical, breaking fibrous tissue, and psychological, breaking fear. To break this condition, we'll establish a ritual before bed. It's not just relaxation, it's therapy. Step 6. Restorative and regenerative massage technique, the bedtime massage. 4 minutes. This is the most important step I mentioned from the video's beginning. Many mistakenly think this is self-pleasure, but no, change your mindset immediately. This is physical therapy. Our goal is to activate blood circulation and break down stubborn fibrous tissue bonds. Preparation. Start with clean, warm hands. Use a bit of coconut oil or vitamin E, as used in the morning, for lubrication. Don't do it dry. Friction can damage skin. Implémentation technique. 2 phases. Phase 1. Stroking, 2 minutes. Using moderate pressure, stroke lengthwise from base to tip. Imagine you're smoothing a wrinkle on clothing. This motion helps gently stretch muscle fibers and brings fresh blood to fill tissue chambers. Phase 2. Activation. 2 minutes. Switch to gentle squeezing motion from base outward. This action is like wringing a sponge to absorb new water. Sensory experience description. When done correctly, you won't feel pain or excessive sexual arousal. Instead, you'll feel warmth spreading deep inside. That's the signal of blood moving, penetrating into the smallest cellular nooks. You'll feel the pelvic region completely relaxed. Any heavy or numb sensation, if present, will dissipate. This pleasant warm feeling is proof that tissues are being fed full of oxygen and nutrients, ready for nighttime regeneration. Safety note: this is maintenance therapy. If it hurts, reduce pressure. Persistence is more important than intensity. Step 7: deep breathing and visualization. The mindset reset. 3 minutes. After completing the massage step, your body is prepared, but your brain isn't. We need to turn off the anxiety switch to turn on the recovery switch. Why do this step? Stress is testosterone's Hasson enemy. When stressed, the sympathetic nervous system activates strongly, ordering blood vessels to constrict for body protection. To achieve good erection, you need to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest system. Implementation technique. Lie on your back, relax completely, close your eyes, and perform the 4-4-6 breathing exercise. Inhale deeply through nose for 4 seconds. Feel belly expand. Hold breath for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through mouth for 6 seconds, as if blowing out a candle. The power of visualization. During these 3 minutes, don't let your mind think about work or bills. Visualize yourself in your most fulfilled state. See yourself confident, healthy, and in control of the game. This isn't wishful dreaming. Neuroscience studies show the brain doesn't distinguish much between reality and detailed visualization. This way, you're reprogramming your nervous system, erasing memories of failure and replacing them with neural maps of success. With just 7 minutes each night, 4 minutes for the physical and 3 minutes for the mental, you enter sleep with a warm body, dilated blood vessels, and a peaceful mind. That's the perfect environment for testosterone production and cellular tissue healing. Don't underestimate these small actions. Their accumulation over 60 days will create a spectacular change that even you will be surprised by. Try it tonight and feel the difference tomorrow morning. Knowledge will forever remain on paper if you don't turn it into habit. Masculine vitality health doesn't come from a magic pill. It comes from small daily discipline. To not waste the 10 minutes you just watched, I want you to take these 3 specific actions immediately. Action 1, commitment roll call. Comment below with the keyword day 1 or ready. This isn't just a comment, it's a psychological milestone marking the day you start seriously maintaining your body. Action 2, prepare your weapons. Tonight, check your medicine cabinet or visit the nearest pharmacy to buy a bottle of vitamin E or moisturizing oil. Don't hesitate, place it right in the bathroom where you'll see it most easily. Action 3, 30-second challenge. Tomorrow morning, when showering, commit to turning the faucet to cool mode for the final 30 seconds. You might shiver a bit, but the refreshing feeling and vascular benefits will get you addicted. If you find this video brings real value, not just talk, give me a like and hit subscribe immediately. Don't forget to click the bell icon beside it, because I'll return with more in-depth knowledge about testosterone and nutrition in the next video.